Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tamlyn and this is Sewn on the Tyne, and I'm here today to talk to you about my April sewing plans. So I have quite a few plans. There's a big stack of fabric here beside me that I'm hoping to get sewn up in April. It might not all happen by the end of April, but I do have extra time on my hands at the moment. I've got a lot there that I could be getting on with. So if you've watched any of my recent videos, I've talked a little bit about how I'm enjoying working on something a bit more challenging. So the project I've been working on for the past week is the Olia shirt dress by Paper Theory Patterns, which is almost finished. It'll be finished tomorrow. And I've really enjoyed just working on something a bit more challenging to get my teeth into it, rather than lots of jersey, simple, cosy makes that you can just knock up in no time. Those are great as well, but I'm planning on having April as a month where I get on with some more challenging makes. Saying that, I am going to show you a couple of things first that are those simple jersey makes, because I've already got them cut out, so I thought I'll get these made by the end of April because they're cut out already, so I may as well show you them and then I'll get on to the more challenging things. Just before we do that, in the background you can see my Megan Nielsen Cara maternity top, which is made in fabric from First for Fabrics, and then I'm wearing the Helen's Closet Elliot sweater made in this lovely organic peak fabric from Lamazi Fabrics. It's really soft and cosy. They don't have this in anymore, but they do have it in navy, so I would recommend it. It's a really lovely fabric. Right, so the first thing I've already got cut out here is the Closet Case Ebony Tee. It's the long sleeved version and I've cut it out in this beautiful Liberty viscose jersey from Guthrie and Garney. It's just stunning. I really love the design on there and the fabric is just so lovely. Such beautiful quality. The drape is gorgeous and it's so soft. So that's all ready to go. It's just the cropped t-shirt version of the ebony, but I've added 6 inches to it, which helps it to just cover over my bump. But I also find it is very cropped anyway, so if you are planning on making it, I would suggest you add in some length to the front and back pattern pieces just to make it slightly longer, unless you really want that cropped t-shirt length. So yeah, that's cut out and ready to go, and that will take about 45 minutes to sew up, so I should really get that done. The next 3 that I've got cut out are all the same thing, and they are the Megan Nielsen Cara top again, which is the maternity pattern. These are all the short sleeve version, just because I found myself wearing the short sleeved one that I've already got so much around the house. It's just been great recently. So I've got 3 cut out. One in this gorgeous black floral jersey from Material Girl Laura. Another one from Material Girl Laura is this beautiful floral and like a mint background. Material Girl Laura has 10% off at the moment with the code PICKMEUP if you want to head over. She's got some beautiful fabrics. I'm actually resisting buying anything more from her because she has got some more gorgeous fabrics on there. So yeah, that's another one that is ready to go. And then my final one that I've got cut out is in a jersey that was in one of the Sew Hayley Jane subscription boxes last year, and it's just this lovely lilac colour and it's got this arrow design on it, which I really love. So they're 3 tops, 3 maternity tops ready to go. They'll take about half an hour each, I think. Actually, with the ruching down the side, take a little bit longer. 45 minutes to an hour to make each of those. So they're all ready to go. I should get those done in the next couple of days. So on to the more complex makes, or slightly more challenging, basically not made out of cotton jersey. The first one is going to be a romper for our baby. So a pattern company, a lady called Doretta Davies, actually sent me this pattern to test and try out and then share my feedback. So it's the penny romper, and it's just a really sweet romper suit pattern. It's designed for woven fabrics, but one of my friends on Instagram actually made it last week in a jersey fabric, in a knit fabric, and it worked fantastically, so I'm sure it's absolutely fine for both. I'm going to make it out of this gorgeous cotton that my husband Sam bought for me last Christmas, I think, or maybe even the Christmas before. It's just got these cute little sneakers and stars, and we are expecting a boy, so that'll be perfect. It'll just make a really gorgeous little romper suit for him. So it's got poppers on the shoulders and on the inseam of the legs so that you can get in to obviously change nappies and things. It's got a V-shaped yoke. It's got an inverted pleat at the front, which adds an extra detail, and then the hems are elasticated for extra comfort. So I'm really looking forward to having a go at that, and if that turns out well, then I'm going to try it with some other fabrics as well. So that's like a first attempt at that pattern. Doretta Davies actually also has 30% off all her patterns at the moment, PDF and printed. I would recommend going and checking them out. I think there's another couple of baby patterns, baby clothes or children's clothes patterns, and then some adult patterns as well for you to check out, and they're really lovely. Right, the next pattern that I'm going to have a go at this month is something that I've known of for a long time, and just in the past couple of weeks it's really come back onto my radar. I think I've seen a couple of really nice versions on Instagram and it's just made me want to make it. And it's the Named Clothing Rita shirt dress. I absolutely adore this pattern. I love the style of it. It's a midi length shirt dress. It's got a button closure all down the front. It's got a drawstring at the waist, which I think is really appealing to me. It just adds something a bit different to the shirt dress style, and also I think it'll be fantastic for the rest of my pregnancy and also post-pregnancy when my body is changing all the time. It's got a proper shirt collar, it's got sleeves with like a wide cuff, it's got breast pockets with box pleats on them, and there are splits up the side seams, so I really like that as well. It just helps with the comfort and ease of wearing it and moving around in it. So the fabric recommendations are a light or a medium weight woven fabric that has some drape. The fabric that I've actually got in mind for this I'll show you in a minute, but I want to make a first version, so like a test version, but it's definitely going to be a wearable toile. I want this in my wardrobe. So I'm going to use this viscose linen that came in the So Hayley Jane box last month. Sorry if it's creased, I have washed it and not ironed it yet. So it's just got these gorgeous peach and white stripes, and I think that'll just make a really lovely shirt dress. So with it being linen, it has got some body and some structure, but it's also got the drape that you get with viscose, and I think it'll be perfect for this shirt dress. So that's going to be the fabric I make my first version in, just to test out the pattern and see if I want to make any changes to it. And then the fabric that I'm going to make my second version in, which is what I'd had in mind, actually, I only decided this today. I bought this fabric with a different pattern in mind. I bought this fabric planning to make another Paper Theory Olia shirt dress, but then this morning it just came to me in a flash and I thought, no, the Rita shirt dress will look incredible in this fabric, which is viscose linen, again, from Sew Me Sunshine. So I adore the bold print. I love the purple background and just this really bold, large scale print. And I think it's just going to be an amazing Rita shirt dress. So I'm hoping to get both of those versions made up over the next few weeks. The next thing that I want to get made up is actually another decision that I've made today. I bought this fabric, this sweatshirt knit, from First for Fabrics a few weeks ago. It's a beautiful sweater knit fabric. It's just really, really stunning. And it's got this bold star print design on it. Now I bought this originally knowing that I wanted to make a cardigan, but I thought I was going to want to make the Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan. But today around the house I've been a bit chilly and I've been pulling on my Tilly and the Buttons Bertha cardigan, which is from her new book Make It Simple, and I've just loved wearing it. It's so cosy and slouchy. I love the style. So it's a slouchy open cardigan. It's got these really dramatic deep batwing sleeves. It's quite cropped at the waist, and then the sleeves have got really sort of narrow cuffs just to bring the sleeves in because it's such a dramatic batwing. It's got these narrow cuffs just to balance out the silhouette, as it says on the Tilly and the Buttons website, which I have down here. Obviously, because I've been wearing one today, I have one already that I've made and I love. So I know that it's a really quick and easy make. I didn't put pockets on that version, but I am going to put pockets on this version. So yeah, I'm going to use this fabric to make a Bertha cardigan, and I think that's going to be gorgeous. The rest of my makes are more complex, time-consuming makes this month, but maybe in between I'll just give myself a little break and I'll whip up a Bertha cardigan in this. Right, the next thing that I want to make this month is the Helen's Closet Suki robe, and I want to make this to take into hospital when I go in to have our baby. I want this to be my hospital robe that I wear. The fabric that I want to make it in is this beautiful cotton that I got from the Frugal Fabric shop. Now I know she doesn't have any of this in now. We all snapped it up as soon as we saw it. It's got this incredible design on it. It's really lovely. It's really lightweight and cool, so it'll be perfect in the maternity ward where apparently it is very hot. And I just think the Suki robe is going to be perfect in that. On the Helen's Closet website, it describes the Suki robe as luxurious and a comfortable addition to your everyday wardrobe. So it can be worn as a dressing gown, as an indoor robe, but it can also be worn as a beach cover-up. It can be worn as a lightweight jacket to go out and just to cover up your shoulders if you're wearing maybe a cami top. It can be made for men and for women. It's very versatile, and it was the final pattern that Helen has upgraded to include her whole size range, so it now is available in sizes 0 to 30. It's got a wrap belt that you tie around the waist to bring it in, and then it flares out over your hips, which is a lovely look. It has pockets, which are completely necessary, and it's got a tie on the inside as well, just to maintain your modesty and to keep it closed. So I think the Suki robe is going to be perfect, and I actually see myself making more than one of these over time, but this is the version that I want to get made up in plenty of time to go into my hospital bag. Then I just need to make some matching pajamas to go underneath. In my last video I actually talked about the Workshop Patterns Loungewear Edit ebook that they've just released and I bought. It's got lots of lovely loungewear patterns in, so I think that I might get some fabric, maybe like a linen, maybe a red linen or a green linen, to make some loungewear to go underneath. And I think that'll be really lovely. I'll be the best dressed lady on that maternity ward. The last two makes that or projects that I'm going to share with you are both blogger projects. So both of these fabrics have been sent to me by the companies. I've chosen them and chosen what I want to make with them, and then they provide the fabric in return for me writing a blog post for their website. The first one is this amazing viscose twill fabric from Lamazi Fabrics. It's a Mind the Maker fabric, and I just really love the striped design on this. It's sort of black, charcoal and orange. I really like it. So viscose, again drapey and lovely, but being a twill it's a bit heavier weight, so it's not see-through at all, it's completely opaque, and it's a really lovely fabric. I've got 3 meters of that because I want to make an amazing pair of Burnside bibs. The Burnside bibs are a pattern by Sew House 7. I've made them once before, a year and a half ago-ish, and I absolutely love them. It says on the website, not your traditional work overalls. It says yes, they're comfortable, they're easy to wear, but they're much more stylish and feminine. So you've got the straps that transition to quite narrow ties, and you can tie those in different ways around your waist, so at the front or the back. There are 2 different versions that you can make. The first version are a little bit more fitted. They have darts at the back and they have an invisible zip at the side, but then you've still got the ties that bring the waist in. But the version that I'm going to make and the version that I made previously is looser, and it goes over your hips and therefore doesn't have a closure. And it has quite a bit of fullness, and you gather it in at the back and it creates a really lovely shape. And I think that'll work really well for my changing body at the minute as well. To have that extra fullness that I can bring in as much or as little as I need to will be perfect. So I'm really looking forward to making these. I think they're going to be really cool. And then the last project that I plan on sewing up in April, and I will because it's a blog project, is for Felicity Fabrics, and it's using this lovely spotted denim fabric. It's quite a lightweight denim. See there, it is quite lightweight. It's not too heavy and rigid. It's really lovely, a really quality fabric. And what I'm going to make with that is the Lisseron shirt by Atelier Scammit. Now, I've never made one of their patterns before. Felicity Fabrics also sent me the pattern, and I'm really looking forward to making a lovely denim shirt. So it doesn't have any bust darts, it's quite loose in its shape, but then it has some lovely feminine details that you can add. You can add a ruffly, flouncy cuff, and if you want to, you can also add that ruffle on the collar. So that just adds like a feminine touch to what is quite a loose shirt. Again, Atelier Scammit have some really lovely patterns in their collection. They are a French company, as the name suggests, but their patterns are bilingual, so they're in French and in English. So that's going to be useful because I do not speak French. So I hope you like my plans for April. Very ambitious. I do have a lot stacked up next to me here, but I also have a lot of time, and what I think I need to do is set myself little targets for each day and what I plan on getting done. I love ticking things off a list, so if I plan that on Monday I want to get my pattern pieces cut out for maybe 2 of those projects, or if I want to do step 1, 2 and 3 of a certain pattern, then I think I'll be able to achieve most, if not all, of my plans for April. I would love to know what you think about my plans. What is your favourite? What are you most looking forward to seeing once it is done? Have you made any of those patterns before, or do you maybe have some of those fabrics? Have you sewn them up before? I would love to know just all of the things down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love you to join us on this channel. And I hope you're all well, and I'll see you again in my next video. Happy sewing. Bye. So you can add like a ruffly, flouncy collar. That's not a collar, what's that? That's a cuff.